Happy NHL and NBA Monday. We're going to give you free plays for today in both NHL and NBA. And then we already made a college football national championship video. So if you haven't seen that, go to our most recent video other than this one, and you'll see the college football national championship plays. I don't have any in this video because we already made a video strictly for that. So this is going to be NBA NHL for Monday, January 19th only. So. But first, let's go ahead and get into a recap of VIP yesterday. We didn't have any free plays on YouTube for yesterday, so from now on, we'll be able to recap the free plays from the previous day because I'm doing this every day. We're doing a YouTube video every single day, free plays, and stuff like that. So make sure you're subscribed. Go ahead and comment down below something. I don't know. It helps the channel, so comment something. And then hit the like button as well. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's go through VIP. Yesterday we profited 5 units on 4 slips, I think. Yeah, we made 4 slips, or we cashed 4 slips. I'm sorry. We had 9 plays total. We profited 14 units off of those 9 plays. So you subtract the 9 units we placed on those slips, and then from the 14 units that we profited, you get 5 units of profit. And then that takes us to 22 units up in January, which is really good. That means if you're a $10 better, you're up $220. If you're a $100 better, you're up $2,200. So a lot of people don't bet $100 like me, but still $10 up to $20 in the month of January, and it's the 19th. It's pretty damn good, especially if you're just doing it for fun. So all of them were in PGA. We had Ben Griffin, Hideki under 67.5. They both shot -3. We took Kevin Roy, who was the round 3 leader, over his strokes because we figured he'd be nervous, and he was indeed. He shot a 71. McIntyre under 2.5 bogeys. Didn't have a single bogey in his 18 holes, which was good to see. This was a 3x payout too, which was nice. And then we had Goddard up, who ended up winning the tournament. And then Jake Knapp, under 68.5 strokes. We put this as a 2-unit play. As you see right here, we put 200 down instead of 100. Because I gave it out as a 2-unit play. Because both were at 67.5 strokes on the sports books at the time that I gave it out. They both ended up getting bumped before they started, which I figured they would. But we cashed in a lot of value there. And then last but not least, Adam Scott, under 4.5 birdies, and then McIntyre, under 68.5 strokes. You don't have to know a whole lot about PGA. Honestly, a lot of people in our Discord don't, but they still cash out on it because it is very profitable. If you can know the weather, how the course is playing, where the holes are located. Let's see what else. What else facts? Like who's been playing well, whose game has been on, whose game has been off. It's a very profitable sport. It's kind of boring for some people. I enjoy golf, so I love it. But like I said, you don't have to like golf to be able to cash out on it. So just like people with like CS2 and shit. A lot of people don't know anything about it. But if they tell somebody that knows what they're doing, then they don't really care. So that's kind of what's going on in our VIP. A lot of people don't know about it, but they cash out on it, so they're happy with it. But enough of that. Let's get into the free plays for today. So we're going to start in the NBA. I have an NHL free play as well. We took this on Chalkboard. We have Giannis over 39.5 PR, Najee Marshall over 15.5 points, John Collins over 13.5 points, and Steph Curry over 27.5 points. Now, so if we go over here to Outlier, I'll show you why I like these props. Let's just hope. I try to avoid you coming on here on Outlier just because my computer starts to lag sometimes, but hopefully that's not the case today. So we'll see what we can do. But if you look at Giannis's PR history against the Hawks, it's pretty good. This is at 40.5, but if you change this to 39.5, which is what we get it at, he's hit 3 out of the last 4 against them. Not saying that really matters because these were all last year. But also, if you look at how they rank 26th in rebounds allowed to power forwards and 11th in points, which is, they're actually decent against power forwards when it comes to points, but also most power forwards aren't as good as fucking Giannis at scoring the basketball. So, I like him over 39.5 PR. His last 5 has been brutal, but it's mainly because of blowouts. As you see here, they got blown out by 18, blown out by 33. They lost by 4 in this game, but he almost hit. They won this game, and then they lost this game. So I mean, they've been dealing with what three? There's three blowouts right here, and then his minutes have been down because of the blowouts, but he's been playing overall pretty well, I would say, before the games come and blow out. So hopefully this game's close. Normally the Hawks play down to their level of comp, so I expect this to be a close game, and hopefully Giannis can get 40 PR. Next up, let's go to Steph. I love Steph Curry today. Okay, so there's two different props you could take for Steph. You could take his points like I did, over 27.5, or you could take his three-pointers made. And I like both of them, and I'll show you why. So he had 8 last time he played Miami, and also Miami ranks 28th in three-pointers made to point guards. So what is that, 4th worst in the NBA? So that's a great matchup for Steph. Plus, if you look at his last 5 games, he hasn't been hitting his three-pointers, which is very, very rare, and I expect him to have a big game at some point when it comes to three-pointers made. It'd probably be in this game, to be honest. But, yeah. He struggled the last 4 games, so I expect a big game from Steph tonight, but points-wise, I like him today as well. I went with points. If you want to go three-pointers made, I won't be mad at it. Najee Marshall, if you look at his history against the Knicks, it's been very good. It's kind of a random prop, I know, because he's not like much of a talked about player, but he's been really, really good against the Knicks in his history. Also, Knicks rank 4th worst in the NBA when it comes to points allowed to small forwards. And in these games where he went over, he was shooting an average of 17 attempts per game, but he also cleared it by... We got him at 15.5, not 16.5. So he cleared the line every time by 8 points at least. So if we go to his last 5, obviously Anthony Davis has been out, but he's shooting a lot more now. So he's shooting about 13 times a game. I would like to see him shoot at least 14 or 15 times in this game to cash his 15.5 points. But, let's see what it... Yeah, I mean... Take his minutes up to 30. Yeah, okay, so whenever Najee plays like 27 minutes or more, which he should today, he's cashed his line in 7 out of 11 games. But also, like I said, that head-to-head history is really nice here. 24 points, 38 points, 23 points. So that's just something you remember as a player whenever you're going up against a team that you've played well against historically. And then last but not least, John Collins, 13.5 points. Obviously playing the Wizards, who are terrible. So I'm kind of hoping this game doesn't go to a blowout, but also he's listed at 14.5 on the books. So getting him at 13.5 is a point of value. Oh shit! I just opened up a whatever. Like I said, hang on, let me exit out of this thing I just opened on accident. Did not mean to do that. Sorry. All right. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Obviously, I hope this game doesn't result in a blowout, but also the Wizards rank 3rd worst in the NBA against power forwards, allowing 24.9 points per game. There's no Kawhi Leonard. So I expect a pretty big game out of John Collins today. He should play at least, 28 minutes, I would assume. And whenever he does, he's hit 11 out of 17 games. Plus, you have this great matchup here, like I said. So, I wonder if we took games without... Yeah, so games without Kawhi, whenever he plays 27 minutes or more, he's hit 2 out of 3. As you see, he's getting plenty of shot attempts too. And the Wizards, it's a great matchup for him. Plus, like I said, he's at 14.5 on the sports books. We got him at 13.5 over here. So that's a point of value here. So if you want to take these two and just these two, you could. Or take out Giannis if you're a little skeptical because he hasn't been playing well. Or because he hasn't hit his line recently. I think he's playing well. It's just the blowouts. But if you think this game's going to be close like I do, you can keep him. But if you don't, you can remove him. Plus, this game starts at 1, so you're going to have to be quick. But if you want to take just these 3, you can. But yeah, those are the 4 NBA player props that I like the most today. And then the NHL. I blurred this out because we made it a 5-man because Sleeper has a 100% profit boost on the NHL. So if you want to get this full slip, just download Sleeper, use code Morrisbros, shoot that text to that number that you saw at the top. We'll get to that later. But yeah, there's a way you can get this full slip. But my 3 favorite are Austin Matthews, over 3.5 shots on goal against Minnesota. Great matchup for him against Minnie, who allows a lot of shots on goal. Let's go over here to the NHL section of this. Austin Matthews is one of the best shot makers in the game of hockey, so I love him tonight against a team that allows the 25th or 7th worst amount of shots on goal per game in the NHL. As you can see here, his head-to-head is really good. He's averaging 9.5 shot attempts in the 2 games that he's played them most recently, 12 in the most recent game. So that's the main thing I look at in hockey is shot attempts, and it's not really necessarily shots on goal, because you could go 3 for 3 on attempts and shots on goal, but you only shot the puck 3 times. You just got lucky and hit all 3 of your shots. Whereas you have a guy like Austin Matthews who rips it 7 or 12 times, and all you need him to do is hit 4 of those and you cash. So that's the main thing I look at is shot attempts, not shots on goal necessarily. So, like, even though he didn't cash here, he still shot the puck 7 times, and that's good enough for me to be happy with if he doesn't cash. His last 5 games, he has been ripping, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so he's like the least amount of times he shot in a game the last 5 is 6 times, and that was against Utah, who doesn't allow many shots on goal. So that's understandable. VGK, the Golden Knights are very good at not allowing shots on goal, so he still shot 8 times in the game, which I like to see. Vancouver is a team kind of similar to Minnesota who sucks at defending shots on goal, and he had 5, and then Winnipeg, same, he had 5. So he's shooting a lot, and that's what I care about most, but I also love that he has a great matchup tonight. So I like him over 3.5 shots on goal. This is my first play for y'all. Connor Bedard over 2.5 shots on goal is the next one. Obviously, a lot of people know who Bedard is. He's like a perennial up-and-coming superstar. So let's talk about it. So his head-to-head matchup, obviously this was his rookie season right here. Actually, all 3 of these were his rookie season. He wasn't shooting that much last year, but now this year, as you see here, now that it's his sophomore season, he had 7 shot attempts in his first game against them this year. And over his last 5, he just got back off of injury, but off of his last 5, off of injury, you can see he's feeling a lot better, or last 4, I should say. He's had 4 shot attempts, so I don't love this, but I love this right here. 7 and 8 shot attempts, that's what I love to see, especially whenever his shots on goal is only at 2.5. But he's also hit this line 66% of games this year, and it's a good matchup. It's, Winnipeg's 50-50, middle of the pack when it comes to shots on goal allowed, but with the amount of times he's been shooting over the last couple of games since he's been back, I like it over 2.5. And this head-to-head is even better because he already had played them this year and cashed his line with 7 shot attempts. So if he can rip 7 shot attempts again tonight, he should cash. So I like Bedard as the second play in the NHL. And then Sam Bennett over 2.5 shots on goal. Probably the best match out of all 3 because he's playing San Jose, who allows a ton of shots on goal. And his head-to-head is just fucking phenomenal. As you see here, he's cashed all 3 times he's played them over the last 3. And I believe he's playing more minutes now, too. Yeah, he's playing 5 more minutes a game now than when he did in these head-to-head matchups. As you see here, he averaged 14 minutes a game, whereas now he's averaging 19. So he's averaging a lot more minutes on the ice, and his shot attempts look pretty good. 11, 4 you don't love, 11 you love, 5 is decent enough for 2.5 shots on goal, and then 8. So a lot of shot attempts going up for him. So I like him over this line. Let's see if we change this to make this seem... Yeah, so anytime he plays, 17 minutes, and he's on... Where is he at home today? Yeah, he's at home too. So yeah, 74% of the time when he plays 17 minutes at home, he's cashed this line. I love it. It's a great matchup. As you see here, San Jose allows the 3rd most shots on goal in the NHL with 30.7 average. So it's a great matchup for him. Also, if you look at other centers against the Sharks, you can see that they're shooting the puck a lot. Guys like Eichel had 7. So it's a great matchup. I love him over 2.5 shots on goal. If you want these other 2, all you have to do is come up here, sign up on Sleeper, Betr, or Chalkboard with code Morrisbros. Any of those 3 apps will grant you a free month of VIP. If you sign up on all 3, you get 3 months free on VIP. Sign up on 2 free months. Sign up on 1 free month. All you have to do is sign up, deposit $10 or more. They're going to give you a deposit match and a free square on all 3 apps. Chalkboard's going to give you a 100% deposit match up to $100. Betr is $200, and Sleeper is $100 as well. But like I said, they all give you a free pick, so really good deal on all three of those apps. If you sign up on either one of those three or all three, text me at this number right here. Don't blow me up. I will block you. But just shoot me a screenshot of proof that you made a deposit and use my code on those apps, and I will get you hooked up. But yeah, here's the number right here, 843-670-9543. They'll get you a free month. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. We're going to be running these every single day for y'all. And we'll recap today's free plays tomorrow. And hopefully we cash out. But I'll see you on the next one. And peace.